Hyojeong testimony, let us welcome Reverend Yoon Young-tae and Mrs. Song Young-sun with a heartfelt round of applause.
참아버님 천주성화 9주년을 맞아 첨보 과정으로
And Yoon Young-tae, congratulations on being selected to be a finalist at the Cheonbo Testimony Festival. There were many challenges, but you have been an example to all blessed families and to all of us. We support you. We will be victorious, victorious, victorious. Beloved members and blessed families from around the world, good morning. Our family on August 31, 2012, we were called by our true mother, and we received the mission of becoming heavenly tribal messiahs in the Cheonbo Hundok room. And at that time, mother came on the stage, and among the itinerant workers, mother asked, "Where is Yoon Young-tae?" And I said, "I'm here." And mother said, "From now you should become a heavenly tribal messiah." And after that, I understood that I should stop my work as an itinerant worker and I should become a tribal messiah. And at that time I had many health issues, and that is why with a heart of gratitude I was able to begin my work as a tribal messiah and stop my work as an itinerant worker. And in 2014, I went to Changwon and I called my daughter Sunmi that if my health has recovered, can we really begin to work as tribal messiahs? And since mother called you and gave you this mission, you should begin the mission as heavenly tribal messiah. And she gave me $500 for activities, and I went to Cheongju, where I received the registrations of 160 members, and I also visited Gyeongju. And because a lot of time had passed, many had already gone to the spirit world, and that is why I began to witness 430 families. There were many difficulties, many challenges, there were many limitations to what I could do, and I gave up at that time because of my failing health. But in March of 2013, I went to Cheonan, and I heard mother's speech about heavenly tribal messiahship. And to the members, I asked, "What does Shin mean?" In Shinjongjong Messiah, nobody could answer what the character Shin, and I said this is the heavenly. It means heavenly. Shin means heavenly, and in 2014. True Mother came for the erection of the Cheonan headquarters church, and Mother said that Shinjongjok means also heavenly, and from that moment I had a great conviction. And until then, I thought of Shinjongjok meaning new. That's what people would say. But in 1990, when I was returning to my hometown, Father had said there's the Abel tribe and the Cain tribe, and if you witness your tribe, it becomes an Abel tribe. And if you witness all of the members of your extended tribe, then you will have an internal and external tribe. And also you need to have the Seth tribe, and you will have the blessed children. So I made a diagram, and I began to reflect on our family, and I have 12 children and
한 사람이 세 사람을
if each
번식한 셈이 된
person,
것입니다.
I had 3 children and they gave birth to 4 children each, so each person multiplied 4 times,
160명이
and
됩니다.
together with the parents we could really have a family up to 120 people. So if each could just witness the 3, and if we had 3 generations, then we could have a result of 430 couples. And from that moment we made a resolve that all of us could really become heavenly tribal Messiah victors, and we had that determination, and we saw the potential. And whenever you invest and you practice something, then it is possible to be victorious. And we began witnessing, and we began contacting all of the old spiritual children who were throughout the country, and we began to make a new tribal chart. We would communicate with the spiritual children, and we began our activities, and we selected 18 of the core families, and my father's my spiritual father, Reverend Kim Byung-ho, we would speak about really the early days of the church, and we resolve to become heavenly tribal Messiah victors. And our family in 2018, on September 5, we completed the blessing of 430 couples, and on February 17, 2019, we received the recognition as a model family that completed the blessing and liberation of 430 generations of ancestors, and the blessing of 430 couples. And in 2020, on July 26, there was a car accident, and our family, our couple, miraculously survived, and it is only through the work of the Holy Spirit that we were able to avoid death. And on October 10, we were able to attend the Cheonbo festival, and we received the Cheonbo Award and the Cheonbo Medal. And since we did not pass away, but we survived and became Cheonbo families, we resolved to really live the rest of our lives in attendance to Heavenly Parents and True Parents. And we offered profound thanks to Heavenly Parents, True Parents, and to our ancestors. And on the 4th day after the accident, Mother appeared in my dream, and she held my hand, and she put some dollars into my hand, and this became a big comfort, and we understood once again how precious the value of Cheonbo families is. Only Heavenly Parents and True Parents can fathom the value of Cheonbo families. But last year was the 60th anniversary of really the of me joining the church. It is also 60 years of my wife joining this church, and I believe that becoming Cheonbo families really was the greatest award we could receive for 60 years of dedication in the church. And right now we have first, second, and third generations of spiritual children, and 1,059 families are all members of the church, and right now there are 19 families who are also Cheonbo families. For one family to become a Cheonbo family requires a lot of cheongsong and a lot of efforts. And the couple of Wi Ikhan and Lee Sun-hee, in 2018, we witnessed them, and they participated in the Divine Principle workshop, and they attended various events, and they've been really participating in UPF activities in Cheonan. And in 2019, on July 21, when True Mother visited the Yugwansun indoor stadium, when Mother held the indoor blessing, the wife, she was receiving some treatment, and even though she was receiving treatment, she came to the stadium to receive the blessing, and she received emergency treatment just so that she could come for the blessing. And 40 days after, the couple went and did the indemnity stick, 40-day separation and 3-day ceremony, and after that they've been coming to church every day, every week. They've paid all of the required donations, and also as a result of his involvement, he was really appointed as the chair of the movement for family values in Cheonan, and he's also in charge of 30 NGOs in Cheonan, and he began to expand his witnessing activities, and our couple will continue to work with spiritual children until we can no longer move. We will make sure that more families can become Cheonbo families. Lastly, I really want to mention that as we celebrate the 9th anniversary of Father's Holy Ascension, our beloved True Mother hosted this special festival of Cheonbo families, and I'm profoundly grateful to True Mother, and we offer gratitude and glory to our beloved True Parents. Thank you for listening to our testimony. And this was a Hyojeong testimony where we could feel their determination and also their heart of attendance to True Parents. And Reverend Yoon Young-tae, 3 generations are active in the church. They really are a model family. The 5th testimony was from Kiheung Church, the family of Kim Sa-yeol, Seosunja's couple. Let us welcome them with a warm round of applause. The family of Kim Sa-yeol and Seosunja, congratulations on becoming a finalist and for your dedication to the Providence. And our mother proclaimed Cheonilguk, a new era of Cheonilguk, and the mother mentioned that we are now in the era of Heavenly Parents Holy Community. And to your family, what does Heavenly Parents Holy Community mean? This is a question. What does Heavenly Parents Holy Community mean? It means the embrace of a true mother. Is there a reason why you feel that way? Heavenly Parents Holy Community is warm and it's very comforting. It really is the embrace of a loving mother. It is very warm indeed. And Heavenly Parents Holy Community is also really warm and a very warm community for everyone, where everybody can come. And if it is for the sake of True Mother, we can go anywhere Mother calls us. We can move in any direction Mother asks us. And we hope for a more beautiful presentation than yesterday. Let us welcome Mrs. Seosunja with a heartfelt round of applause. Heavenly Parents, True Parents, we love you. Thank you very much. From Japan, we support you from Japan. Grandmother, fighting. We love you. We always pray for your good health. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, but today I will present without crying. And yes, I'm meeting heaven, and my life was always really filled with sorrow. I still remember when I was a high school student having nowhere to go, wondering where to go. But after praying to heaven, and 3 days later I met a young pastor, and the pastor just graduated from theological school, and for 7 hours he lectured to me from the principle of the creation all the way to the second advent. And this was completely different from anything I'd heard before, and I really wondered, did he really study so hard just to meet me? He taught me as if I was the only person in the world that mattered, and thanks to him I became a member of the Unification Church. And Heavenly Parent has been lonely until now, and with the heart of liberating Heavenly Parent, I began to witness others, and soon 20 young people joined, and the church continued to grow. And since then, the spiritual children that I witnessed grew, and now many of them, there are 3 pastors, 1 city council, and then 2 other pastors were raised. And thanks to True Parents' guidance, we really are working together. The spiritual children are also serving heaven. I really could feel that heaven was with us, and after doing my best, I reached 60,000 couples blessing, and I have 10 spiritual children. And among my second and third generation children, there are more than 30 family members who are living in Japan and leading faithful lives of faith. In Daegu, I have 2 families, and also elsewhere there are 30 other spiritual children, and I'm always contacting them and guiding them on their lives of faith. And among the members of my spiritual tribe, we have about 7 that also became Cheonbo victors. Every morning I would take photos of the Cheonseongyong message and send them to my spiritual children, and they would always reply, and they would say, thank you grandmother, you inspire us so much. And in attendance to True Mother, really we could feel the providence unfolding in the front line of the providence. And I keep contact with all of my spiritual children and convey Mother's love to them. And it is 20 years since I moved to Gihung, and I've done a lot of volunteer activities in my apartment. I would welcome elder people, and we had the silver choir, we had various other gatherings, we had the singing classes. Many people would gather in our house to really experience the heart of servants in the shoes of parents, loving others like True Parents have taught us. And also I would do a lot of volunteer activities with other Japanese wives. We would visit elderly people, serve them, wash them, cut their hair, and serve them food. And for more than 10 years after doing volunteer activities, everyone was moved. They could see the sincerity of our hearts, that we do not speak, but we act in the true love. And among the people who became connected with us, we had university deans, we had mayors, council, city council members, and through the blessings of our connections, we were able to connect with all other 30,000 couples, and together with other elders, we were able to have the 430 families. And among my spiritual children, 28 of them completed the blessing of 430 couples. And now 6 of my spiritual children are now registered as Cheonbo families. What a miraculous achievement. And also, in particular in Gihung, we established a family association, and there was a professor there who really came to respect the True Parents and is participating in our activities. And also together with women, I also would participate at the Women's Forum, and I would bring the lady mayor of the city to become part of the Women's Global Peace Network. And together with other women leaders, we would really meet each other as elder sister and younger sister, and we would exchange messages and keep in touch all the time. Henceforth, as Cheonbo families, before Heavenly Parents and true parents, we will complete our mission as a Cheonbo, and we will make sure that the Heavenly Unified Korea is realized. We will also witness many younger people and march forward with greater resolve. I have a short poem I would like to read. It is a poem about mother. This is a mother's call. I penned this poem for a long time, this time filled with suffering. I can hear the sound of the mother crying. My children, can you hear mother's cry? Can you hear the cry of the mother calling after her beloved sons and daughters? There is no time to left. Mother is crying all night during this long night. That mother is our true mother. And is it because we've lived too many secular lives for 6,000 long years? Mother has been waiting to bring back God's beloved children to heaven's bosom. Please, the gates are always opened. Mother is waiting for God's children to return to God's bosom. Thank you very much. I will give my life for heaven. And Mrs. Really Seonja's testimony really moved us because she really reflected the lonely heart with which mother has been carrying the burden of the providence. Unfortunately, we're now at the last Hyojeong testimony from Seosan Church. We have the couple of Yang Kyung-hee and Mrs. Itakura coming on the stage. Let us welcome Yang Kyung-hee and Mrs. Itakura on the stage. Welcome. Congratulations on being a finalist. And how does it feel to speak yesterday and speak today? You spoke yesterday and today also you're feeling tense? Yes, even our couple also is very tense. But congratulations, and we know you'll present well. We just have one question. You are a Cheonbo family, so to your family, what does being a Cheonbo mean? I will ask a question to your couple. What does being a family, a Cheonbo family mean? It means absolute faith. You said that being a Cheonbo family is having absolute faith. Why is that? Is because through history, Heavenly Parent has really raised unchanging children and raised us to become unchanging Cheonbo families. And we really could feel that Cheonbo families have absolute faith. They are the beloved children of Heavenly Parent who grow with the heart of Hyojeong, and may this heart of Hyojeong be shared with people around the world. And today also, I'm sure you will make a beautiful presentation. Let us give another round of applause to the family of Mr. Yang Kyung-hee and Mrs. Itakura as they present their Hyojeong testimonies. What a beautiful sight. Mom and Dad, this is your eldest daughter. I'm so proud of you for always walking in true parents' footsteps, and I really love you, Mom and Dad. And congratulations on becoming victorious Heavenly Tribal Messiahs and Cheonbo families. When I see you working so hard for the sake of the providence, I'm so proud of you. I always support you and love you. What a beautiful family. Let us hear the moving testimony of Mr. Yang Kyung-hee and Mrs. Itakura.
안녕하십니까.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank Heavenly Parent and the true parents for this great opportunity and also for giving us the opportunity to become Hyojeong families centering on the Hyojeong Cultural Center. First, I would like to introduce our family. And my eldest daughter, Yang Yuri, she graduated from the Department of Theology of Somun and UPA, and she's now working as a UPA graduate. And my second daughter also graduated from Somun University Department of Pure Love, and now she's working at the Cheonbo Heaven and Earth Training Center. And we really want to thank Heavenly Parent and true parents. We are so grateful to our true parents for really raising our children and for allowing them to go to Somun to become public leaders. In 1990, we went to our hometowns to become to restore the hometown, and we were able to complete 430 couples. And after that, we witnessed 160 families. We went to Jardim. We paid a total living offering, and as blessed families, we've completed our mission. And in 2018, in February 2018, we completed the blessing of 430 couples, and in 2020 we were registered as Cheonbo families. And in order to become Heavenly Tribal Messiahs, in order to raise people in the 5th sub-region of Korea, we followed the policies of the sub-regional director, and we built a Hyojeong Cultural Center and a Hyojeong Citizens University. And we developed as an IT expert. I did my best to use my skills as an IT expert using smartphones to educate people and develop good content. And in the cultural center, we would bring people from the local community, support them, and we would use the entire second floor as a Hyojeong Cultural Center and a Hyojeong Citizens University. And every month we have 3 sessions of education, and all of the people participating are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, and also older, and they are really the essence, the most important citizens in the community. And we also brought key leaders to come to the Korea-Japan undersea tunnel location, and we visited this holy ground and holy sites, and also to the Heavenly Tribal Messiahs who participated in the blessing. We are raising them within the tradition of true parents, and they participated in the 2-day workshop. And in September of 2020, we had that special workshop. Everyone was moved by the depth of the Divine Principle, and many people said they wanted to receive the Divine Principle education again. And also, we had a Chanyang session, and many people had spiritual phenomena happen. And in the Hyojeong Cultural Center, we are now using smartphones, and we're also teaching people how to use social media. And there are many people who are now very at ease on how to use smartphones. And also we would educate on how to use videos and also how to use various IT software. And also before any education, we would always educate on the activities of true parents. And in the Hyojeong Cultural Center, we watched the rallies of hope as well as the various online events such as the Peace Festival. And at the beginning and end of the year, we would always gather for various activities, watching movies, and also congratulating citizens on their birthdays and various other activities. We're also expanding our cultural activities beyond the cultural center, and we're planning to move into more expanded spaces. And even the council mayor really invited us to use the city council facilities. And through these 40 days of special activities, we really pledged to become victorious. We offered the Chongsong and prayers, and we found Mr. Kim Woo-seok. He's 31 years old, and he attended the peace workshop, and he watched the Divine Principle through Gyeongju Ole TV. And also we've been distributing mother's biography and centering on the various families. We've been giving various copies of mother's biography to each family, and also we would help various other members of the community by helping them, for example, to harvest fruits in their orchards, and we would like to guide people to become lights of the world, and we would have a yearly activity plan, and we would make a yearly activity plan, and we would move forward without stopping, and we have pledged to become victorious in various activities. First is to make a very detailed plan, and also we are really achieving the objectives we set every year. Second, we would make a clear organizational structure that is expanded, that includes the Unification Church, and also we are working together with UPF and all of the associate organizations and managing membership, and also every month we would have various mountaineering activities where people would gather, and we are also witnessing people naturally in that method, and also we are meeting political leaders and heads of various public offices and inviting them to peace festivals, peace workshops, and peace worship services. And we're contributing to the realization of a heavenly unified Korea, and also we're supporting the Korea-Japan Undersea Tunnel project. We are meeting various members of the City Council and the Provincial Council. And also Reverend Park Yong-bae mentioned that we need to march forward centering on true mother's direction, and we need to really have clear city council members and all the key leaders of society become the sunflowers of true parents. And therefore, with the spirit and absolute faith of Joshua and Caleb, just as Saint Paul, we're going to share with confidence and courage that true parents are on this earth. And in the fifth sub-region, there is a clear roadmap, and we're working in accordance with the policies of the fifth sub-region, and we will make sure that we will expand our activities and multiply the number of blessed families, tribal messiahs, and Cheonbo families. Beloved, blessed families, any family has something that they are best at. Find what you are best at and use your talents to really become Cheonbo families. This completes our presentation. Thank you for your attention. Heavenly parents, we love you. Thank you very much. And really we could see how they are becoming heavenly tribal messiahs and Cheonbo families. Thank you for this moving presentation. And now representing Cheonbo families worldwide, we had the 6 presentations. And these really are the incredible Cheonbo victors, the stars of our movement. And these were Hyojeong testimonies. To all the families, we offer profound gratitude. And now the time has come to really move to part 2 of the program, and the mother will be participating, and we will connect with Dr. Yoon Young-ho, who is at Cheonjeong headquarters. Let us really wave your hands and let us welcome Dr. Yoon, who will be the MC for part 2 of the program. Thank you very much, Dr. Yoon. This is Cheonjeong, and the mother is here, and from all around the world, all of the leaders, blessed families, we're so happy to meet you. And more than anything else, mother is very happy, and also she's very pleased to meet all of the leaders and all of the members here. And this is really a special time to feel the love and blessings of our true parents. And part 2 will be in attendance to our beloved true mother, because mother is here. This is the highlight of highlights. And until now, we've missed mother, and we've invested all of our hearts and 정성 to really meet our true mother. So let us welcome our beloved true mother with a heartfelt round of applause. And mother is so beautiful, I'm lost for words. She looks like a sun, she's worn a red. And now we will all become sunflowers aligned with a true mother. Mother is really shining brightly. And today, the first order of business will be a peace performance, a special opening performance. Who is preparing? They are the Sonak Somun UPAs, and they are inheriting the tradition of true parents. And this summer was very, very hot, and because COVID was difficult, they went out into 40 days of witnessing, and thanks to Shinchul님 and Shinung님, and they went witnessing for 40 days, and they're in attendance to True Mother. They testified about true parents. They went witnessing in the front line, and they met 1,000 candidates for witnessing, and about 400 of them are coming to churches. And isn't this amazing? This is really moving, and in particular centering on mother, our UPA cadets will sing the song Komapso, and also they're going to march forward until 2022 and 2027. They've prepared a song. Let's go. Let's welcome the Summon UPA cadets with a warm round of applause.
여러분 안녕하십니까? 오늘 첨보 가정 증거 대축제 귀한
Good morning,
자리에
everyone.
함께할 수
It is
있어서
really a great honor
진심으로
for us to be
영광입니다.
here and to be able to perform at this
참
auspicious
어머니를
occasion
모시고
in attendance to
지금까지
True
선비를
Mother.
이끌어 나와주신
We are going
선배님들
to really
진심으로
take,
존경하고
we're going to
감사드립니다.
learn from all of you, and we're going to be victorious and representing future generations. Mother, we will also become model Cheonbo families. We want to put our hearts of gratitude into this song.
이번 여름 저희는 참 어머님의 사랑을 받고 40일간 파괴 개축 전도를 나갔습니다.
Past 40 days we went out into the field to witness, and we really experienced the heart of Heavenly Parent and true parents, and we are truly grateful, and we will march
하늘
forward.
부모님의 꿈,
The dream of Heavenly Parent and true parents, we will realize this dream together.
희망이 있습니다.
We have hope.
Let's go. 너희들은 미래를 이끌어갈 지도자들이야.
You are the leaders who will lead in the future, and you should continue walking, running. You cannot rest, you cannot stop. You can do it.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
You ready for this? G20 Zone 2010. Just take my hand and fly. 나와 같이 걸어가. 너와 나 모두 같이 기다려왔던 시간이 눈앞에. Let's go.
네가 기쁠 때나 슬플 때 우린 항상 옆에 있을게. 외롭다고 느낄 때도 우린 곁에 있을게.
어려워 말고 손을 내밀어요. 모두 모여 함께 손을 잡고 hey let's go. 누구라도 모두 같이 let's go. 달려봐 세상 끝까지 let's go. 항상 우리 하나 되어 지금부터 let's get started.
We all one. 모두 다 손을 잡고 go. 다 같이 하나 되어 let's go, let's go, let's go. 모두 다 let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's trust in love. Let's start in love. 다 같이 하나 되어 let's go, let's go, let's go. 모두 다 let's go, let's go, let's go, go, go.
우리가 눈을 맞추고 서로 향해 웃어주고 두 팔로 안아주면 뭐든지 할 수 있어.
That's alright. 웃으면서 all night 모두 모여 함께 마음을 열고 hey let's go.
지금부터 모두 함께 let's go. 뛰어봐 저 하늘까지 let's go. 너와 내가 하나 되어 지금부터 let's get started.
Now we are one. 모두 다 손을 잡고
다 같이 하나 되어 let's go, let's go, let's go. 모두 다 let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's trust in love. 다 같이 let's start in love. 다 같이 하나 되어 let's go, let's go, let's go. 모두 다 let's go, let's go, let's go, go, go. 손에 손에 손 내 손을 잡고 손에 손에 손 두 손을 잡고 손에 손에 손 다 같이 잡고
Everyone tonight's the night. Everything's alright now. Let's go.
Now we are one. 모두 다 손을 잡고 다 같이 하나 되어 let's go, let's go, let's go. 모두 다 let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's trust in love. 다 같이 let's start in love. 다 같이 하나 되어 let's go, let's go, let's go. 모두 다 let's go, let's go, let's go, go, go.
Yes, what a beautiful performance. Let's give another round of applause to the YSP team. And as you may know, today the Hyojeong performance, all the Hyojeong performances were prepared by YSP. The Tigers Coming Down was YSP, UPA was also the YSP team. As one organization, they all prepared, and the reason is because they want to inherit the heart of Hyojeong from true parents, and they want to share that energy to all of the elders, but also inherit the tradition of victory of our elders and then expand it to all generations. And let us, when we see Shinung-nim, Shin-chul-nim, we are really so excited, we are really happy. Wouldn't you agree? Let us give another round of applause to our future generations to encourage them along their path of faith. And even though they are using masks, within their masks you can really feel their Hyojeong. Once again, congratulations. And now we will have the Hundok reading, and the Hundok reading will be offered by Mrs. Wonju McDavid, and this is really a special message. This is the message that Mother offered as during the festival of Cheonbo families. Let us welcome Mrs. Wonju McDavid as she reads Mother's message offered on October 10, 2020 at the Cheongshim Peace World Center. Thank you very much. All around the world at this moment, members and leaders from around the world are gathered here in attendance to True Mother, the Substantial Holy Spirit. This is a joint worship service, and to all the leaders and blessed families worldwide, I'm so pleased to meet you. Yesterday and today I've been so moved, and from early morning yesterday until now we have various testimonies by Cheonbo families, and Mother has been with us from beginning to end. And 24 families presented. There were one family could not present because of some issues with COVID-19, but 24 families gave testimonies, and the True Mother personally, profoundly listened to every single testimony from beginning to end. She was so proud, so grateful, and so happy to hear the testimony of each family. And Mother remembers the content of each family's presentation, and the Mother has been with us with gratitude, with joy, and Mother said that she also offered Cheongsong and prayers for everybody, and she hopes that all of these Cheonbo families could also present today. Unfortunately, due to time constraints, only 6 families could present. But when each family came, when she heard the name, she remembered the content of the presentation yesterday. For example, this family, they witnessed all of the siblings, and she remembered the situation and the stories of every family, and I was so surprised that Mother could remember the details of each family. And even today she heard the testimonies of all the 6 families, and she would wipe away tears in her eyes. And also together with the grandchildren and Yeonanim and Hoonsungnim, we all watched together, we prayed and we offered applause and we cheered together to all the 24 families who presented yesterday and today. Thank you very much. As a member of the panel of judges, when I think of really making I could not even give points on all the 24 families, because each family offered so much Cheongsong and made so many efforts, and Mother really listened well to your presentations, and she remembered all of your efforts. And many of you are in their 70s and 80s, and you all look healthy and are taking the lead as Cheonbo families to really witness and really bring results. This was really a tremendous moment of learning and inspiration for all of us, and we could feel once again how much Mother is emphasizing Cheonbo families. And last year during the Cheonbo Great Festival, Mother gave us a very short yet very powerful and important message, and I would like to read this message, and I hope that we can be inspired to become Cheonbo families. This is a message that Mother spoke to Cheonbo couples at the Grand Cheonbo Festival, celebrating the centenary of Father and the 60th anniversary of the Holy Wedding of True Parents at the special Cheonbo registration ceremony held on October 10, 2020. How long have we been waiting for this one day? Our Heavenly Parent has wanted to fulfill His dreams together with the children on earth. However, the human fall filled our Heavenly Parent with so much pain. How difficult has it been for Heavenly Parent? How much has Heavenly Parent endured? How long has He waited for this moment? The families inducted as Cheonbo families today are the authentic citizens of Cheonilguk, registered as the original and pure heavenly treasures that Heavenly Parent has dreamed of seeing. While we are on earth, we must offer to Heavenly Parent who has been waiting, one family of humankind that attends the parents of all people, which is Heavenly Parents and True Parents' heartfelt desire. In welcoming this day, families inducted into Cheonbo today have the responsibilities of the citizens of Cheonilguk. How we expend our heavenly spiritual energy as Cheonbo families toward our neighbors, tribes, nations, and the world while we are on earth will determine whether we fulfill our responsibilities as blessed families, happily registered under the name of Cheonbo, and through this we will achieve eternal freedom when we go to the spirit world. I hope then that you will all become great and prominent families who receive respect and love forevermore, generation after generation, throughout the course of human history. Thank you for your attention. Thank you very much for this precious Hundok reading. And now the long-awaited moment has finally come. The time that we've been waiting for, and also the true mother who hosted this Cheonbo festival, the hope of humanity, the only begotten daughter, the substantial Holy Spirit, true mother, is here with us. Let us welcome our beloved true mother with the kind of round of applause Dr. Balcom is famous for. Today, your testimonies really moved me. I could see the results of your efforts and your investment. And with regards to fulfilling your missions as Cheonbo families, you are the proud first generation families of the unification movement, and I think of you proudly. I'm very proud of you. I during my early days, while I was still a teenager, I had a dream. At that time, this was not long after the Korean War. There was an armistice with the Korean War, and the nation of Korea was did not have the format of a normal nation. All of the rivers and valleys were bombed. The people were facing tremendous hardships, striving just to survive. But at that time, this must have been maybe sometime later, maybe in the 1980s, pardon me, in the 1800s, centering on America, there were many beautiful folk songs, and I really loved those folk songs. And among those folk songs,
언덕 위의 집이라는
there was a
그
song that says that
좋아했습니다.
reflected on being under a thatched roof. The lyrics spoke about a thatched roof, and this was
즈음에
probably during the 200 year celebrations of America, and the cowboys would sing these songs, I think,
서부 개척에
and
있어서
they were pioneering the West,
맡은 바
and
책임을
they were
하는
doing their
가운데서
absolute best, fulfilling their responsibilities,
언젠가는
and they all dreamed, they had a dream
아름다운
of
언덕 위에
a house
걱정 근심이 없고
while sitting on top of a hill, that they would have no worries. They would see a sky without with no clouds, and there will be deer roaming freely, and they would build a house and live happily in that valley. And those are the contents of the song that I particularly loved. And
가곡들을
many of those folk songs,
많이 기억하고
I
있습니다.
remember many of those songs even today.
그런 가운데
And in the midst of
1960년에
those circumstances, in 1960, I made a firm resolve that if it were not for me, then the providence wouldn't be victorious. And I assumed the position of a true parent. And with regards to the providence, as I understood it, at that time,
원로 식구들은
many elder members
독생녀에 대한
did not
관심은
have
없었다고
any
봅니다.
particular interest in the only begotten daughter. At least that's how I
그런
felt.
가운데 나는
Nonetheless, in the midst of those
참고
circumstances,
기다려 나왔습니다.
I endured and waited patiently,
하늘은
because heaven
기필코
would without fail
당신의 뜻을 놓고는
fulfill the ideal of creation,
성사하십니다.
and God's predestined will be realized. There is no failure with heaven, and that is why, for the sake of heaven,
내가
I
내 때를 만날기까지
waited until my
기다리는
time would
수밖에
come,
없었습니다.
and I had no choice but to wait until my time would come.
비로소
Even though
기원절을 선포하게 되었고
I had to wait a long time, I proclaimed Foundation Day, and I proclaimed the starting year of Cheonilguk.
선포 가지고는 안
And
됩니다.
just a proclamation is not enough.
하늘 부모님이 지상에서 꿈을
It
이루실
is
수 있는
we need to lay the foundation, the environment where Heavenly Parent can be attended in substance. That is the responsibility of true
그렇기
parents.
때문에
And that is why
나는
I
내가 독생녀라고
proclaimed
선포를 했습니다.
that I was the only begotten daughter.
그렇게 되니
And when I made that proclamation, many people
이해하는 데 있어서
had some,
동료도 있었지만은
there were some who wholeheartedly supported my proclamation, and there were those who
달라진 종교를 통합하는 데 있어서
had difficulties understanding.
모슬렘에
And
구속할 수 있는
in order
동기가
to
되었습니다.
but the outcome was that through that proclamation, I could bring divided religious denominations together, including Islam. And after that, I engaged in the restoration of 7 religious denominations, 7 nations, and even the restoration at the continental level. And thereafter, I proclaimed the firm establishment of Cheonilguk.
안착했다 하여
However, the firm establishment of Cheonilguk does not mean that Cheonilguk is completed in its final form, that the entire environment is created. For example, true parents were born in this
참
nation.
부모님을 모실 수 있는
However, this nation is not yet at the level where it attends Heavenly Parent and true parents. And yet, that is the standard this nation should accomplish. When Jesus came 2,000 years ago, the people of Israel
대적할 수 있는 중심 나라로서
were
시험을 받을 수 있는
at the situation where they could grow into a nation that could use the foundation of the Roman Empire for the sake of Christ. Unfortunately, the outcome was failure.
그러나
Nonetheless,
천일국 시대에
in the era of Cheonilguk,
참 부모로서
as true parents,
지상의 섭리를 놓고
with regards to the providence,
하늘 부모님을 지상에 모실 수 있는
in order to attend Heavenly Parent on the earth,
성전을
a temple and the abode of Heavenly Parent is necessary. And since the propitious time to do so has come, I did so.
참 부모만이 아닌
It is not just true parents alone.
천일국의 진정한
The true,
자랑스러운
the proud
천보
Cheonbo
가정들로
families, it is the Cheonbo families
그 수가
of whom we are so proud of.
확대됨으로
When
말미암아
Cheonbo families can multiply,
참 부모의 꿈
the dream of true parents
독생녀 참 어머니의 제세 시에
can be realized, and therefore it is during the lifetime of true parents, of true mother, the only begotten daughter. While I am alive on this earth, you need to realize the heavenly unified Korea. The fulfillment of this mission lies in the hands of blessed families and Cheonbo families.
여러분의 정성과 수고가
It is your efforts and your 정성
마지막에
that will decide the final outcome.
한 발짝
Whether we march
올라가는
forward,
고지
whether we can reach the high ground.
고지 탈환이 목전에 있다는 것을
In other words,
알아주기 바랍니다.
please understand that the high ground of the providence is right before us.
하늘 부모님은 사랑이십니다.
Heavenly Parent is love.
부모님의
Heavenly
사랑이
Parent,
함께하는
love will be with you.
이 민족은
And as long as Heavenly Parent's love is with you, the people of this nation must stand straight and work to realize the heavenly unified Korea. And I hope that all of you can become victorious Cheonbo families and victorious blessed families. This is my earnest request to all of you once again. True mother, and when I was young, I had a dream,
그 언덕 위에
and the hill, that hill where there are no worries, where there are no concerns, the sky with no clouds.
이 천원단시
This,
동산에
I'm creating that vision here in the Cheonwon complex,
참
and
어머니의 꿈이
the dream of a
이루어졌습니다.
true mother, the only begotten daughter, has been realized.
내가 언젠가 지나다가
One day, as I was passing by, I saw an antelope. I saw an antelope in broad daylight. It was a deer, and it's so beautiful. It reminded me of the beautiful Garden of Eden. And in this pristine Cheonwon experience, love
정성껏
and
가꾸는
offer 정성, but also
인류의
see the original ideal that
고향과 같은
God had. This will become the hometown of Heavenly Parent. And
많이 많이
I hope that you can
사랑해주세요.
all love the Cheonwon complex, the homeland of Heavenly Parent. Let us give another round of applause to thanks words of truth she has given us. There is but one wish that Mother has, and I didn't know that Mother could remember the lyrics of that song so accurately, but within Mother's lifetime we need to realize the Heavenly Unified Korea so that we can realize the Heavenly Unified world. And within Mother's lifetime we must accomplish this objective, because by 2023 the Cheonwon and will be dedicated, and that is why by 2022 the Heavenly Unified Korea must be realized. And to realize that foundation, today Mother has given us another word of encouragement and given us another clear responsibility to realize. And I believe that centering on Mother, we will become the children who realize this amazing objective. If you agree, let us put our hearts of determination together and let us offer a warm round of applause to our beloved true Mother. And Mother, in her message, she said that Heavenly Parent is love. And I also feel that Mother is love, because yesterday all the families who gave Hyojeong testimonies, they give special testimonies, and how can we really remember the achievements of these families? We prepared an award, but Mother said that to all the 24 families, I will give each of them a special donation, a special grant, so that they can really expand their witnessing activities and they can continue to become Cheonbo families and multiply Cheonbo families. So Mother has given a special grant and also a special gift. Let us give another round of applause to Mother for her incredible love and care. And really with absolute Hyojeong, in order to really follow in the tradition of our elders, we will now have the second and third generations, Reverend Kim Dong-yeon and Lee Jong-yeon, Yang Kwon-il, Chung Guk-jin, Lee-seung-il. These are the YSP cheers of Korea. They will lead us in the cheers of Ong Man-se. Everyone please rise and let us have the cheers of Ong Man-se. Yesterday, one Cheonbo family said that she cannot see well, but the wife held the hand of the husband and they walked together, and I shed so many tears seeing our elders loving each other so much. And the mother offered tears all night after Father's Ascension. And one day Mother said, Wonju, I cannot see in front of me. And we think of True Mother's tears after Father's Ascension. Even though they're in their 70s and their 80s, they are all working at the front line of the Providence, and they are still pledging to walk in this path of the Providence. When we look at our elders, we can really see true parents. We who represent the youth will also be achieved and fulfill our mission as Cheonbo families. And 3 days after Father's Ascension, Mother proclaimed that we will march forward without stopping. We yearn for you, True Mother. Putting our hearts together, we will make sure that we bring victory to Heavenly Parent, True Father, and especially we pray for True Mother's good health. And we pray for the good health of all the Cheonbo families. Please join us for the cheers of Ong Man-se. We are going to follow in the footsteps of our elders. We love you, True Mother, and also to all of the elder Cheonbo families. You are the real youth of this movement. And YSP, we are going to accomplish victory and become Cheonbo families following in the footsteps of our elders, putting our hearts together. We'll have 3 cheers of 엉만세. 엉만세 for Heavenly Parents. 엉만세 for our victorious true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. And 엉만세 for this special festival of Cheonbo families. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let us of Cheonbo families sharing Hyojeong testimonies. Thank you for your participation and have a blessed Sunday.
시상식